Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for another Churchill Chats. Coming right up. Make sure you share this video around. We got a special episode for you tonight. Last minute touches. Doing my makeup. There it is. There's the live. Everybody get on there and share it around. Share the love. We are good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Churchill Chats. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Churchill. You know what time it is. It's Wednesday night, so we're doing Churchill Chats. We got a whole heaps of bunch of people here, right here live in the Churchill Theatre. So get ready for some shenanigans and some mix-ups and who knows what's it. I'm here with my usual friends, Joe Stover and Eric Rob.
Hello. Howdy.
And we've also got Jeremy Lesage on the keyboard, as you know very well.
Ow, ow,
Ow. And we got a whole room full of people in the tech side of things, all doing some training that we're going to talk to every single one of them tonight. So you've come to the right place, Churchill, and everyone else all around the Northern Manitoba. We've been sharing this live stream around at the beginning, so you're probably watching this from all over Manitoba. Welcome. My name's Roy, and I'm here in Churchill, and this is Churchill Chats. We just put on a bit of a live stream every week, and today's a really important one, a really cool one, because we have the imagiNorthern team here. Who's imagiNorthern? You say, check out the website. Here's the imagiNorthern website, and it's a bunch of people up in Northern Manitoba, and we do all sorts of work in the arts in our communities. We're called champions, or just people that have just been working in the arts and trying to just further the arts in our town, trying to get those people out of the woodwork, out of their bedrooms and into a studio or a gallery or on a website and things like that. So we're going to talk more about imagiNorthern and the whole team who is imagiNorthern. And we've got the first person that we can speak to right next to me here. This is Annie Bergen, and she works for Creative Manitoba from Winnipeg. She's all the way up here to see Churchill, and she's been running these training programs with this group that involves this very moment tonight. So thanks for coming here, Annie. What's your impressions on Churchill?
Well, thanks, Roy, for having me here. Churchill's really great. I've never been this far up north. The farthest north I've been is Thompson. And I've never taken the train, and that was a real treat.
And yeah, just to reiterate, like this training, like I think at least once a week, we've been on Zoom calls. We've been learning about social media. We've been learning about marketing and ways to help elevate the arts community. So thank you for doing all of the work behind the scenes to making that happen with our group. Doing a great job.
Thank you. It's been really fun to learn alongside all of these fabulous artists here up north. I'm here representing Creative Manitoba and Food and Beverage Manitoba. The two came together in a partnership and formed the Northern Arts and Food Project, which is what brings us all together today, I think. And so, like Roy says, for the past couple of months, every Tuesday, we've been running free workshops, professional development workshops for Northern artists. And you'll find all that information on the Creative Manitoba website. The next couple that we have coming up are grant writing for Northern artists as well. We're doing a series of farmers market development workshops. One is how to organize a farmers market, and the other one is how to sell at a farmers market. So if that sounds interesting to you, check it out on the Creative Manitoba website and spread the word. It's all free.
Fantastic. Did we see the website there? That's great. Yeah, like Creative Manitoba, this training, it does normally cost like a lot of money to learn these things from these industry experts. And actually, the food and beverage addition to it all has been really, really cool. Like even the last markets that we've done with the Churchill Creative Collective, we had people selling cupcakes and selling food, and we had to go through a process to get registered as a farmer's market. Even though we're not like growing like things as a farmer's market, it's still called a farmer's market, and that's why it's closely tied to the arts programming that you can put on, right? Because if you want to also sell some food and artistic kind of foods with your markets and things, it all ties into one. So that's something that we're all learning as well. What else can you tell us about your trip up here in Annie, and what's happening for the rest of the time that you're here with this group with us?
Well, I'm just participating with this group, learning alongside everybody else. I've never, done anything like this before, so it's really kind of neat to be in front of a microphone and learning all of these new skills. Can't wait to kind of bring that back home and, start to include it in my daily life, in my own art practice and promotion. So yeah, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. It's been fantastic.
Have you jokers got any questions for Annie?
So it was your first time taking the train just up here? Or have you been on a Canadian Manitoban train before?
This is the first time on a train, and it was really fun.
First time on an actual train?
Ever, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It goes really fast, huh?
Well, I mean, that was a little anticlimactic. I thought it would go a lot faster, but...
Everyone was feeling woozy for like another day after that. They still felt like they were moving. As they were getting a bit woozy.
We've taken it, so some of us have taken it so many times that it just rocks you to sleep.
Yeah. I had a pretty good sleep, I have to say. Yeah,
awesome.
Good.
Excellent. Well, thanks for everything that you've done to get us all here together. Like this is the first time that we've been all together as an arts group with the imagiNorthern. So thank you very much, Annie. Well,
thank you.
Yeah, we're going to speak to all of the whole imagiNorthern team guys too. So this is Annie. She's the big boss, but we're going to move on to everyone else soon. So thank you very much, Annie.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you all.
Coming up next, I heard we got some people from Flin Flon. Is that right, Roy?
Flin Flon. Have you ever been to Flin Flon before, Eric?
I've never been to Flin Flon. I've been outside Flin Flon, but I was neighbors.
You're outside Flin Flon right now, by the way.
That's true. He's got you there.
You got me, buddy. Some neighbors of mine growing up in Winnipeg are Flin Flonigans, Flin Flonites, whatever you prefer. Anyways, when they come on, I'm going to throw some names out there just to see if our next guests know anybody that I know.
Okay, well, sure. Let's get the Flin Flony, what are they called? Flin Flonites, whatever.
They'll tell us what they're called.
Okay, let's see what they're called.
No, Flin Flonners?
I smell the blood of the Flin Flon clan. Thanks to everyone in the back, on the back side of things, doing all the videoing and all the things. We just pretty much learned this today, guys. So if you're watching along, thanks for your patience. We're probably going to have some technical.
This is our first tech team.
I know. I've never been.
This is amazing. Like now, I feel like we've actually hit the big time now. That we have. There's a crew.
It might cost an
It's
actually.
amazing.
That's right. Yeah. We're not paying them, so just remember, don't call them names.
You're supposed to tell them that after.
Yeah, don't scream at them like, listen, I'm going live. Hello, and welcome to our friends from Flin Flon. We have Crystal, Diavion, and Cassandra. Welcome.
So step one, you need to correct me. You're not Flin Flonians, Flin Flonites. What do we do here?
I think it's Flin Flonites.
Flin Flonites, fantastic.
Let's get the microphone if you want to say that.
Yeah, Flin Flonites, that sounds about right.
Okay, so I'm going to ask two last names of Flin Flonites that I know. O'Brien and Anderchuk.
I believe I've heard O'Brien, but I don't know anyone personally.
Okay, well, they're good people. What about you two? Know any O'Briens?
I think I know Andrew Chuck. I don't think I know O'Brien's.
Anyways, and Anderchuk married an O'Brien, and they just spawned a wonderful family. So I imagine everyone in Flin Flon's great, right?
I'm going to stalk them now.
Yeah, good call. Anyways.
Who are they?
Enough awkward small talk. Why don't you tell us what your specialties are here?
Yeah, so I can start. So as you mentioned, I'm Crystal Woodward. So right now I'm the new executive director of the Flin Flon Arts Council. So the Flin Flon Arts Council is a non-for-profit, and the goal is to bring Northern artists and just professionals in performing up to the north. So we've had some pretty cool gigs, like we just had the Northern Pikes actually in October, and I know there's Saskatchewan, but that's a big name for us, and it's been pretty awesome. We have a lot of umbrella groups that pump in and bring in the shows. Like the last major show that we brought in was Mary Poppins. And so, yeah, it's a big hit, pretty awesome. And we're working on one this year, and I'll let Diavion speak on that in a bit. And so our umbrella groups right now, we've got the community choir. Those are the ones that are doing the grind of getting these big performances up to Flin Flon in theater-related stuff, and then Ham Sandwich as well. And then we've actually, one of our groups that we are pretty pumped and proud of is the Norva Center, and they were under our umbrella, but they actually managed to become their own independent group. So that's pretty awesome because they actually have like paintings and artists come and they do workshops and talk shops. They've got their stuff hung up in the center there. Pretty awesome stuff. So I know I've got some tours that I'm working on for the next 2026, 2027 years. So I hope that anyone who is interested in coming up to Flin Flon will come check that out. So I'll let Diavion talk about the rest of the.
Okay, hi, I'm Diavion. I work for the Arts Council, and I'm a little bit mixed between the Uptown Emporium and the Arts Council. So as Crystal mentioned, she mentioned the ham sandwich. I'm going to be a little bit biased and say the last big production you guys had was Clue by Ham Sandwich. I was in that play.
So good.
Okay, and we also have, which is a major music festival, is Blueberry Jam in Flin Flon, and kind of like the winter eruption thing. So I thought that would be great to like just pop in there, and hopefully some people in Flin Flon will come to Interruption and vice versa. At the Emporium, I will let Cassandra speak on that, but we have a lot of talented artists. I'm also a part of their vendors and everything, and community needs art, and that's what the Uptown Emporium brings. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Cassandra, go ahead. What are you doing?
I'm Cassandra, and I run the Uptown Emporium. The Uptown Emporium is an artist collective where we bring in artists from all over the north and give them an opportunity to sell their inventory. And it's a great opportunity. We take a small commission for ourselves, and the rest goes directly to the artist. So it's very hand-to-mouth situation here. And it's bringing our art not only to Flin Flon, but it's all around the world, because we've got our website that runs everywhere. And it's a pretty cool opportunity, and we just teach classes, and we're currently blanketed under the Flin Flon Arts Council, but we're hoping to branch out, kind of like Norva did, and become our own thing.
That's amazing. Let's just like make it really clear to everyone. Do everyone know how amazing the art scene is in Flin Flon? And like they have a full-on performing arts program where they put on like full-on performances of like Mary Poppins. The next one is Annie and these things. They have like an Uptown Emporium is like a store run by the artists, not for profit, where they can all have a continuous gallery and sell their art. They have all sorts of programming. You know what? We was at the Northern Arts and Food Conference last year, or the year before. There's been two of them, one in Flin Flon and one in the Paw. The next one's in Thompson this year. And you know what they talked about? Like what's the one thing that sets apart like these northern communities, these little towns that can seem like there's really like, what are you going to do in this town? But they seem to have this like really bustling and eclectic kind of art scene. And you know what the answer was? It's because they decided to. They made the decision that was important to them for their community and for the people living there and for tourism and all these things. They decided that arts was important, and they put the right people and the money into the right places. And then they just had Crystal Colt, which ran the Flin Flon Arts Council. When we were at that meeting, it was announced that she then got a permanent position on council as the arts and culture director, which to do all the programming for the arts in the town. So I just hope we get that kind of momentum in Churchill eventually. What do you think about that, guys?
It'd be great. Jeremy loves it. No,
Yeah.
just being able to harness all the different sorts of genres within the art that we have here, because there's so many that do different things, whether it's music, whether it's tufting, whether it's beading, whether it's woodworking, whatever it is. It would be great to have. I mean, the collective is here, you know. It just is, you know, with a few more years and a few more, you know, opportunities. That's another thing too, is just the opportunity to showcase your art and kind of, I don't know, coming out of the shadows, as it were. But yeah, like anything like that is like any healthy community has a healthy art community within.
Yeah, and actually speaking on all those things that you mentioned, like the tufting and the wood carving and everything, actually one of the things that the Flin Flon Arts Council has been pretty proud about is that we actually won first place for a few years in Culture Days. So that was pretty impressive, especially beating like Winnipeg, Toronto, we actually, got first. So that's pretty impressive. I'm aiming for first again this coming Culture Days. So come on down. And then also in 2027, we're celebrating our 100th anniversary for Flin Flon. So the Flin Flon Arts Council will be a big part of planning a bunch of activities in that. And so the whole year will be just activities to celebrate the 100th. So yeah, come down for that.
Absolutely, and thanks again for coming up to Churchill. Like we put on this interruption, and we're so happy that we're being able to invite everyone here and be a part of it. They're also going to be our volunteers in the show, so we're helping each other out. And yeah, we should all look to pop into Flin Flon next time we're down your way. Thanks very much, the Flin Flon crew.
For sure, thank you.
Thank you, Flin Flon. Great town,
you,
great
Flin Flon.
sports, great minds, I've heard too.
There's a big funny statue though in the middle of that town. Have you seen that?
That's
What's his name?
Flynn
Tabity?
Flynnatabby Floniton. Hey, what is it?
Flynn Flanagan.
Flint Batty Floniton.
Thank you.
Wow.
I've been to Flin Flon only once, and that was for the 1996 Manitoba Summer Games.
Oh wow.
I was a swimmer, believe it or not. Few pounds ago.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You've got some strange
medals
history to
and
Joe.
everything.
He never ceases to amaze me.
I've been around.
What was your stroke of choice, Joe?
Oh, free. Just going nuts, eh? Yeah. 100%. Yeah, just give her snot. Yeah, that was. I got a few gold medals lying around somewhere. Proof, actual proof. And then actually, that was just that was regionals.
Okay.
But a bunch of us, including people from Flin Flon, qualified for the provincial games, and we all went down as Team Norman to Winkler back in 1996. So,
And how did that go?
I have a few medals.
Just a few kicking around.
Just a few kicking around. I don't like to brag about how fast I was.
Segue. Thompson.
Okay, let's have some music out there, Jeremy. Jeez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're going through all of the northern communities here in the northern of Manitoba. And we cannot forget about our most closest big city near Churchill, and that's the amazing Thompson. Crowd goes wild. We love Thompson. All of our people stop in at Thompson on their way to Churchill. And do you know what I've been telling them lately? Is to go to the Mall of the Arts in Thompson. It's in the mall. I know a lovely lady who runs the Mall of the Arts. She's sitting right in the chair right here. We're going to hear all about it. Also, we've got her helper here as well. We've got two people from Thompson. We've got Adira and we've got Andrea. Give it up, everybody!
Thank you.
Wow. Well, let's start with Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Me and Andrea go way back. We're part of the first crew that sort of started this imagiNorthern group of like a group of northern communities holding hands together, mostly on a Zoom call. But now we're in person, and we're just going to eventually share all the programming, share all the love. And it's lovely to see you again, Andrea. Welcome to Churchill.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. This is when my partner first brought me to Thompson. This was going to be like our big adventure, and we're still planning it, but I made it. I took the train and I braved the ride here, and I spent the first day in, I don't know, it was like -40, and I was pretty sure I was getting frostbite through my pants. So that was my first lesson, is why didn't I put on my long johns?
Oh, I should. Well, you survived somehow or another. And I've been up to Thompson, and I've checked out the Mall of the Arts, and really impressed because at the time we were all looking to see maybe every town in the imagiNorthern group was looking for a place that we could have our creative hub, where we could have the artists just to come there to chill out, to make art, to all sorts of things as their community space. And then Andrea made a big breakthrough in Thompson, and you were giving some space in the mall. Tell us about the Mall of the Arts.
So, we started off doing small events in the mall. The mall was kind enough to, remember I was really nervous, and I went and I asked the administrator there, can we do like a face painting event? And her face just lit up, and she said, yes, you can. Do you need anything? And we started doing just community-led events. And then eventually they got us to get into a space into the mall, which now we actually can sell artwork for artists on consignment, and we hold events there too, and we have music lessons. We're renting out instruments now, selling art supplies, so we're just really getting artists back into creating, and it's kind of like a little creative hub now.
And this is right in like the city center mall?
Yeah, it's right
That's
in the
awesome.
mall, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, definitely stop in there, guys. And we all go to the mall sometimes to, fill up our totes up at Walmart or whatever. So to pop into the mall and meet Andrea and see what she's getting up to there. And Adira, you've joined the crew as well. What do you get up to in the mall?
I usually just play the guitar.
You always need music. That's fantastic. Well, hey, you playing guitar, I've got to ask, what's your favorite song to play?
Stick Season by Noah Kahn. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know that particular song, but I know Noah
Get on
Kahn's
it.
great. Yeah,
It's a really
I'll
great
wear
song.
that one. Yeah, that's on me.
Season of the Sticks. Great
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, of course.
Do you really know, Joe?
I do. I have a partner who loves him very much. So I've heard plenty of it, and it is an earworm for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I told you there'd be some awkward pauses now and again.
It's only awkward. It's only awkward when you call it awkward, right? Oh, you took it from me. Yeah.
Please tell us a story, Adira.
So on that note of playing guitar, one time I was at the store and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a little jam moment and go plug in a guitar. And then this guy walks in, he's looking at all the guitars on the wall. I have tons of guitars on the wall. And I'm playing the guitar, like in the corner, he walks, he's like, I'm looking for a guitar that sounds exactly like that one. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this one's for sale. And I was like, I guess my jam session is over. And he bought that guitar like right then and there, yeah.
Well, you must be a good player if you sold the guitar without even saying anything.
That guitar sounds amazing.
I'll take it.
Don't try it.
I'll bring it back in 2 weeks. It doesn't sound like that anymore. This is great. So any sorts of programming that is going to, like, if we were to walk into the Mall of the Arts next week, what's happening?
Next week I'll still be here.
Or the week after that?
Okay, so some of the big things on the horizon are the Northern Arts Work. What is it? Northern Arts Workshop Series is coming to Thompson. That's going to be in May, so I guess I'll work my ways backwards a little bit. The Festival of the Arts, we are partnering with them too, but that's coming up. And believe it or not, there's some people in our community that still don't know that the Festival of the Arts is still happening. So it's one of the big ones for our community, throughout all the communities. And it's really geared towards our youth. So they will be getting that together for around April. And then what else for events? Our events are a little bit lagging just because we are going to be moving out of our storefront. So I haven't been planning any events as yet. We are hoping that we get a bigger space where we can actually build a recording studio in the back and an art studio in the back. Yeah. So
Right.
really crunching and trying to grind and get that to happen. And then we usually do usually do an event per month. So if you look on our website, you can see that we usually do Easter, we do a treasure hunt in May. Summertime, we just do open mics. September, we do back to school fashion show. October is the Halloween fashion show, Christmas fashion shows, and usually something for the community every month, on top of, workshops for artists and that kind of thing. So.
Well, you know what, guys? Every representative of the imagiNorthern team in their own community, you know what we call them? Champions. Andrea, you're one of the best champions we got. Thank you very much for doing what you do.
This girl too. I mean, we all hold hands and kind of, sometimes I'm in the storefront and this young lady is like, can you call my phone? I've lost my phone. I've lost my paperwork, so So Adira, when we first opened our storefront last year, was because she's an artist herself, helped us to put the decorations together. So it's a really beautiful space if you come down, and it's our community that put it together. It's decorated beautifully, and the art is gorgeous. So if you have a minute, just come down and just admire the art. If you see something, then of course support our local artists.
So for folks that are in Churchill, because a lot of people that travel to and from Churchill, whether they're driving up there to catch the train or even just going down from Churchill to Thompson to fill the totes and whatnot, what are the hours if people want to come and check it out?
So 10 to 6 Monday to Saturday, and just closed on Sundays. So we're open pretty much every day except Sunday.
There you go, Churchill.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good.
Thanks.
Thank you, Dira. So you can say goodbye. I don't want to take the mic off you again. Just that last word, please.
Last word.
There it is.
Yes!
There it is.
Yeah, baby!
Rock on. Everyone loves a pie.
There it is.
Bye.
Thank you, Thompson crew. That was fantastic. Love it. Let's do a segue. It was nice to see you, Joe. You just went to Mexico. Can you tell us a little about your amazing trip abroad?
It was great. It was great. It was about 65 degrees warmer than it is here.
65 degrees. Oh, that's right. It really is, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. So
my God.
it hovered anywhere from 27 to 30 above, which is for somebody that lives in Churchill. In January and February, that is a weird temperature to look at without a minus in front of it.
Yep.
So no, it was great. It was great. It was I got to check out a lot of music. I got to see a lot of kind of cool shows. There's one called Rhythms of the Night, which you have to get on a boat to go to this secluded beach for this show of musicians, and it's almost like their version of a Cirque du Soleil or something like that. Yeah. So it was the experience was incredible. The people were really nice. And there's artists everywhere
It's
selling.
good for you to get treated yourself, like a bit of entertainment given to you for once, eh?
Yeah, it's about time. No, it was really good. I always miss home, even if I'm only gone for however long. But it was a wonderful week. But I was, scrolling on Facebook, seeing what was happening back here.
Oh.
Well, it's okay, Joe.
There's a palm tree over there. I miss my white and black spruces. Yeah,
Life's hard.
Life's really tough, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So next person we're going to speak to from Apasquiac. We've been to there, the poor Apasquiac. I'm learning these things as we go as well. I know that OCN is now called Apasquiac. Is that right, Quinn? Okay, we're going to speak to Quinn. Quinn's from the area, and he's here with the imagiNorthern crew, and he's also learning all about tech stuff and video cameras, and that's what we're here sort of doing. Anyway, welcome, Quinn. Welcome to Churchill. You said you haven't even been here before. Is that right?
That's right, and thanks for having me here. This is a very new experience for me, especially doing the setup like this. So it's nerve-wracking, but it's exciting, and it's really good.
Awesome, man. I really want to personally thank you for the interest that you're showing in all the training that we're doing, and also when to walk away and go, I don't know what's going on here. But tell us about the programming, the groups that you're a part of in Apasquiac, and educate us on that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm from Apasquiac, but who I'm representing is a group that just started 2 years ago. My dad and his friends came together, so the group name that we came up was the Diamond Willow Traditional Food and Hunters and Gatherers. So what that is we practice food sovereignty, and we've been doing this for years. And part of that, my mom just finished her her master's land-based education last year in Saskatchewan, so that's where we learned the word food sovereignty. So with that, we kind of we've always been given our meat to the community. We do everything after a hunt. We all come together as a group, and then we do all the preparation, and then we do all the bagging. And sure enough, we give out to people that are, to the elders, mostly care homes, people with low income and all that. So we pretty much cover the community that is requesting for it. But also too, with the group, we also have everyone in the group has a strong passionate and going out and being out on the land and everything. And pretty much our goal is just to continue providing traditional foods and to again to the community and all that. But other than that, we're just it's having the connections, for instance, like Cheryl, and where we learned about the grants and stuff like that. So that's really helping us to be able to kind of make the hunts more enjoyable and easier, and then in the future to maybe, or actually to take out the youth and create kind of like to keep practicing land-based education and stuff like that. So that's also what we do. So yeah, it's just the development, and pretty much I'm just like the, what do you call that? What's that word? Kind of like the guinea pig of the group.
Right,
Okay, we're gonna send you. You go. He
Yeah.
said okay. But I'll come to Churchill because I haven't been here, and same thing, train ride. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fast, but yeah, it was a long ride. But yeah, so other than that, so that's kind of like my group right there. So.
Fantastic, and it just shows you that in a way we're all in the same boat, in the ways we're all arts groups, culture groups, food groups. We're all applying for grants and trying to energize our community, trying to give programming for young people, trying to bring people together. Is that something that is close to you? Is that why are you a part of these programs from yourself?
So why I'm part of it? Well, again, it's because growing up, my parents taught me how to be on the land and how to harvest and how to give and stuff like that. So I want to be the next generation to teach someone else and to keep passing on the knowledge, because as Indigenous people, we're for the community and all that, and we like to share. So that part of it is kind of like the key aspect for me, is to just keep giving, but at the same time to teach. Yeah, because we come from an education background as well with me and my family, and yeah, so there's about 8 groups in our family there. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Being a city boy myself, moving here a couple of years ago, that's the first thing I noticed, is that people in at least this small town, and from what I keep hearing in all other small towns, they just take care of each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic thing to see. The arts has been huge. What you're doing is awesome. It's just, I wish I had a question that could spark more conversation, but I just needed to let that spill out. It's just great to see.
Thank you.
And well, I'm gonna go back to the train again. That's not your first. Is that your first time on a train coming up to Churchill?
Yes, it is.
That is wild. All these, I thought, growing up in Churchill, I just thought everybody took the train all over the place. But then I keep forgetting that other places have roads.
Well, everyone was saying they were looking forward to going on the train. I didn't realize they're saying they're looking forward to going on a train.
First time on a train. Well, it's kind of, I'm going to go a little train geek on folks. So you see like the mile markers, right? That come up here. So Churchill is technically mile 509.8, but that's 509.8 miles exactly from the pod, just before Opaskwayak, right before you cross the river there. So mile 1 is in Opaskwayak.
Is that right?
Yeah, 510 miles to Churchill.
Wow, interesting.
He's got a lot of weird facts, this guy.
There
but,
you go. What else do you want to know?
That'll be on the test tomorrow. Yeah. I think it's fantastic what you're doing, Quinn. I'm so glad that you're part of this group. Thank you for coming to Churchill.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and yeah, I'm meeting everyone here. Thanks again.
Cool. Awesome, buddy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's take another little moment here and explain what's going on. We're doing some technical stuff here. Hang on. Which camera am I looking at here, Diavion? Which camera? Let's go camera 1. Camera 1, camera 2. All right. All right, so what's happening here, just to give another overview of what's happening, guys, all these people from this imagiNorthern group, they're coming to Churchill to do our own training, and that's on the tech side of things. That's how to do social media content. That's how to use a camera. That's how to use a microphone. That's how to set up a stage for a band that's playing. So we've got our sound engineer, Anthony, here, that does wind interruption. Oh, we can swing around and have a look at Anthony right now, and Andrea, there we go, see, we're on the fly. There you go. There's Anthony. And we've been teaching and we've been sharing our knowledge so that we can all, it's good to, when you have program and you're doing arts things, you need to share that with the community and also into other communities. So that's what we're all all doing. So we're all even practicing telling our story right in front of the camera right now as well, which is going good so far. So well done, everybody. We're nearly finished. Hang in there. Okay. All right. So
That's the seal of approval from Roy right there.
we're going to go on to our next community, Snow Lake. Have you guys ever been to Snow Lake? Because you've got to go off the beaten track a while.
No, I can't say I've been there. Joe, have you?
I have been there, yeah.
Joe, you've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere. No, I've been to Snow Lake a couple times for mostly sports trips.